For me, the No is a place where young people especially can be given a chance to share their voice and share their stories.
You know, I want to spread goodness out to the world, and you know, basically that's what the No is to me, is spreading goodness through telling people stories.
There's a lot of things that I do at the No. I help out, I volunteer. It helps me in so many different ways to be part of something like this, something that encourages community storytelling that is rarely seen from my experience. And I think just being a part of that as a writer, as someone who can give back to their community, and as someone who advocates on behalf of their community has been very beneficial to me. My name is Miguel Bebanco. I am 20 years old.
My name is Cody Stobig and I'm 24 years old.
My name is Patrick Antunez and I'm 20 years of age.
The No Youth Media is an organization that focuses on youth development as well as journalism skills. So the work that we do is we tell community stories, community health stories, by letting young people get experience in their writing and in their interviewing and all of the skills that journalism requires. And then we publish a newspaper twice a year. I think that everywhere youth voice is often left out, but I think that Fresno specifically, and I love Fresno and I'm a big part of Fresno and I'm a believer in Fresno, but I think that one of the things that happens in media, and especially media in Fresno, is that young people and also people of color get left out of the conversation. And so what the No tries to do is give skills to allow people to tell stories on their own. Too often media tells stories about people, and what happens there is that you end up losing some of the authentic voice that you could have from young people telling their own story.
I saw it as a demand for freedom, as a stand to discover who I truly was. This newfound desire was too strong for my parents to contain or for me to ignore any longer. As a 16-year-old man, I left my home. Without a worry or a place to go, I cruised the streets. I was living with total freedom and enjoyed it. It was not all roses though. It's just my personal story. I feel that's the most monumental time in my life. Very most where I created the most memories and where I feel like I've actually discovered myself in a way that I never have before because of the way my parents just ruled me. You know, working and going and volunteering and talking to people, I'm being able to get other people's stories out there, and now that I realized how good it feels to get my story out there, I'm sure it feels just as good, and I want to, you know, I want to spread goodness out to the world, and you know, basically that's what the No is to me, is spreading goodness through telling people stories. I first got involved with the No through my friend Miguel Bebanco. He invited me a few months ago, and I was very skeptical, didn't really pay it any mind. But one day I was just scrolling through Facebook and I happened to read one of his posts that he wrote about DACA, and I was just really amazed at how much he knew and like everything that he was doing.
Oftentimes we don't see young people given the opportunity to speak out about things that impact their community, to speak out on issues that affect them, and their voices are often the ones that are least heard at the table. And so an organization that dedicates time to uplift those voices, to encourage that dialogue and empower those people, I think that's amazing.
I think what drew me so much to the No is that the videos that they had done and from what they told me that they wanted to do also focused on people's stories that way. So I was kind of interested to try to tell a real person's story, especially because a lot of our work is very personal. So these stories are stories that matter to people and matter to the audience. One of my main roles at the No is as a mentor, which is something I've actually done since high school. The No is really, I think, where I get my most work with youth. And it's been really great. Honestly, their stories and the ideas that they come up with are so unique, and it's really fun for me to get to hear from them so much, and also to get to kind of help them to hone their skills. They're all so excited and they want to be doing this, so to get to help them with that has been amazing.
It is an honor to work for the No, and the No has given me this chance to hear stories and interact with like incredible young people from across the city, but especially in South Fresno. So the No has given me a real hope. Like I get to watch, you know, a lot of times people worry about, especially when they get to be about my age, they start worrying about like young folks and if the future's gonna be all right, if they can handle it. And I mean, the No has given me the chance to watch just like this incredible group of young people care about each other and then also care about their communities. And so for me, like that's priceless. I get to walk out in the world and not be worried about what the future's gonna look like, because I'm looking at these young people all the time, and they have like the talent and the skill necessary. Like we just need to get out of their way.